Hello, all you big, beautiful souls out there. It's been a little bit of time since I have done a video for YouTube or a video anywhere, really. Probably been 5 or 6 weeks, and I'm sorry about that. I'm going to get back to doing the videos. Um, I wanted to do a video today, however, because Aralamb wanted to speak specifically on a few things. Because the world right now does seem so much like it's on fire, and is in so many places. But before Aralamb speaks about that, I want to say something myself as well. Um, I can tell you that I've been working on Being Human's book 2 and a little bit. And I've also been having many, many one on one sessions with people who have heard me online and read the book. And some of you who are listening now have been doing the sessions with me. And one of the things that I really want to share with you before Aralamb talks is the idea that I have had in the last year since the book is released, probably over 100 one-on-one sessions with people. The sessions are not short, they're 2 hours long. And these sessions, I have to say, have been absolutely phenomenal. And here's one of the reasons why I say this. I have talked with people from all over the world in these sessions. I have spoken with people from every country that you can imagine. I have spoken with people from every ethnic background, genetic background, religious background, nationality, you name it. And I have talked with men and women, every person calling themselves anything that you can imagine. I have talked with them at this point, and let me tell you something. The powers that be on this planet right now, they want us to feel separated. They want people with a good soul, a good heart, some kind of moral compass. They want us to feel as though there are not many of us out there. And let me tell you, in these sessions, which have been phenomenal, with every style of human who has a soul that you can imagine, the thing that I come out of these sessions with every single time is that all of these souls are phenomenally good people. They want their families to be happy. They want your families to be happy. They want their neighbors to be happy. They are not the crazed maniacs that the negative energies on this planet would want you to think are behind every bush. Now, let me say, I understand, particularly in the last few weeks, I understand there is trauma and there are crazed maniacs out there. But I guess what I'm trying to say to you before Aralamb speaks about this is that from a completely human standpoint, I can tell you that I have been talking to literally the most phenomenal, big, huge souls from all walks of life, from all religious backgrounds, from all genders, from all nationalities, from all countries. Doctors, lawyers, gardeners, farmers, everyone in between, right? And the common thread for all of these people and me when talking to Aralamb and their lifetime guides is that these are good people. The majority of souls on the planet incarnated here right now are phenomenally good people. And the reason I felt so moved to tell you all this from my perspective is that we have to remember that the majority of the souls, the majority of humanity on this planet right now, want the best for those around them. They aren't looking to exterminate anyone. They're not looking for anyone's lives to go badly. Most of us, all of you listening, most of humanity is here in this incarnation right now to be here during this time of really positive shift. And this is where I just want to remind you that for the most part, the strangers that you're every day, regardless of the country you're in, usually the strangers that you're looking into their faces, 90% of the time, those people are just like you in many ways. And they want good things for themselves, for their families, even for you. Usually, it's not, I think that right now on the planet, we're all sort of being led to believe that the good people are few and far between. And the reason that we're led to believe that is because it keeps us all in fear, right? The world is on fire. So I wanted to say to you listening, whether you and I have ever talked personally in a session or not, I can vouch for the phenomenal few hundred people that I've talked with in the last year, year and a half, that from all walks of life, from all religious backgrounds, everybody wants your children to do well. Everybody wants everyone else to generally do well. They do. The good people outnumber the bad people. They really do. So, Airlamb's hand is up. So that being said, I am going to be making more videos, and I am going to be, obviously, I am booked right now into early December for the one-on-one sessions. Absolutely, find me on my website if you want to get a session. I'm also working with Yannicka from Wisdom from North. She is going to have me on again in a few weeks' time. And also, I think with her, possibly going to be doing some teaching master classes, which would be really fun and awesome for people. But anyway, I'm going to get back to doing the videos more often. And I just felt moved to say to everyone listening, whether you've ever seen me or not, whether you'll ever speak with me or not, know this: there are more of us, positive, huge, big, powerful souls on the planet right now. So we need to remember that about ourselves. We need to remember that about our neighbors, right? Because that's what's going to shift us forward. It's what's going to move us forward. It's what's moving us forward now. So Airlamb's hand is up. So this is Aralamb speaking. Greetings everyone who's listening to us today. The reason that I wanted Melissa to call this the world on fire is because right now on the planet, there are many places on the planet where, yes, indeed, the world is on fire. And there is trauma, and there is death, and there are atrocities going on. But let me tell you this: the very best way that you can help the energy on the planet now is to not borrow every fire as it's coming down the road at you. Because your media and the powers that be at the highest levels in governments and corporations, they want the souls on planet Earth to be in fear right now. And as the more souls that are waking up right now on planet Earth, the more you are being thrown fire after fire after fire. There are too many things right now happening on planet Earth in this timeline for any one soul, you who's listening, to do anything about all of it. It's overwhelm. It's overwhelm. So what I would tell you, and I tell Melissa, and I share in sessions with folks, and as she said, some of you who have been in sessions, it's this: don't borrow fires. Meaning, look at the world. Send prayers to those who need it. Send a check to someone if you know they're struggling. But you cannot take on personal responsibility for things that you cannot change. The most powerful thing that you can do in this timeline, still Aralamb speaking, the most powerful thing you can do as a soul in this timeline, and indeed, the biggest responsibility that you came to this timeline now in order to be involved in, is that you will hold that balanced energy of peace and healing during this time. So you would say, Aralamb, how do I put that into place in my own life? How do I do that? You must understand that you cannot borrow fires. You cannot take all of the emergencies that are being thrown at you and become responsible for them. Energetically, you cannot become responsible for them. Spiritually, you cannot become responsible. You can pray for the healing and the release of those who are in harm's way. But in your own life, you need to start looking at your own small microcosm. What can you do in your own life to heal your relationships? To heal that relationship with that neighbor that you've been battling with for 2 years over where the line between your properties is. Heal those relationships that you've left behind with family members that you know you need to heal. Look to the people in your own community first, and if you have the need as a soul to begin to help people grow, help people overcome trauma, pick those things that are closest to you in your own neighborhood, in your own town, in your own church, in your own synagogue, temple. Whatever you do, make it something that you can see the positive results from. Because that energy is what ripples out into humanity, right? You cannot borrow every new emergency. You cannot borrow into your personal life, into your personal energy, every new trauma and tragedy that's going on. Because the powers that be on this planet, on Earth at this time, at the highest levels of power, they need all of the souls on Earth to be running and in fear. They need you to be looking continuously at what negative thing is going to happen next. They need you to do that because it separates you from the power of your own manifesting power. It separates you from the power to help others heal. That fear, that constant looking, what is the next fire that's coming? What is the next emergency? What is the next problem? Where is it coming from? When you have your energy in that mindset, in that place, you cannot center in your own spirit, in your own power, in your own energy, and truly help others around you, right? The best thing that souls can do now is to start to really become sovereign in their own power. Stand in your own sovereign power. If you begin to get pulled into some fire that is half a world away, that you can do nothing about, you send prayers. You send good energy. You pray for the healing of those people. You pray for deliverance of those people. And then you look around your area, into your family, into your community, and you determine what you can do right then and there if you have the need to want to help. I am in no way belittling the losses that are happening on the planet. I am in no way belittling the trauma and the death that is going on the planet right now. And as I have been telling people in sessions, still Aralamb speaking, it is very likely that these things are going to get to be more and more and more. And while that's happening, you must begin to marshal your own energy. Take back the sovereignty of your energy and your soul. Remember who you are. You are a soul connected to creation. You have the sovereign power to say to yourself, I am not going to borrow fires from the world. I am not going to let the world, I am not going to let the people in power marshal me and have me run terrified from one cliff to the other cliff, one cliff back and forth. Energetically, you get to determine what you want to do. Energetically, you can stop running and you can stand in the center and you can think about, how do I make my own life better? There is another reason why this is so important right now, while all of these fires are being lit all around the planet. One of the biggest responsibilities for every soul who is reincarnated onto this planet now, whether that soul is 2 hours old on Earth or whether the soul is 105 years old, the one reason why all of the souls, you included, Melissa included, are incarnating now is to make this transition easier. Make this transition easier. And the way that you do that is not to get into fear and borrowing the anxiety from everything that is coming at you all around the world that you can do nothing about. What you have the sovereign responsibility and right to do is to center yourself, send healing energy to those who need it, send prayers of release to those who need it, and then look at your own life, your own path. Look at those around you in your neighborhood, in your home, and determine where you can help others heal close to you. As every soul starts to do this, it ripples out across the pattern. It ripples out across the pattern. Prayer at this point in time for all of those who are in horrible tragedy, absolutely do that. Again, still Aralamb speaking. The most powerful thing, however, that you can do in your life, and the most powerful thing that you can do for those that you see in the fires, those that are in the fires all around the planet, those people can be helped by you healing your path and you doing the work in your life. Aralamb still. I am so happy to be speaking with you today. Please think about this. Please think about this. Don't borrow or take on the energy of all of the fires that are being set purposefully on the planet right now. So this is Melissa speaking again. That was the message that Aralamb wanted you to have today. And I want to say again, I want to say, I can't say this strongly enough. For me, I have met, and again, I'm talking to some of you right now who will be some of these people that I've talked to in the sessions. And I have to say to you, absolutely, the good people, and when I say good, I'm not judging what good is, right? I'm not saying a good person has to be A, B, C, D, E. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying there's a correct religion. I'm not saying there's a correct belief. I'm not saying there's a correct country, nationality, skin color. I'm saying that the souls that I'm meeting who are wearing bodies that have every kind of skin color, they're wearing bodies that believe in all kinds of different religious paths. They're wearing bodies that are living in all the different countries, right? So I'm not saying there's a right way to be. I'm saying that inherently our planet is absolutely filled to the brim with amazing good souls, no matter what package they come in, no matter what country they live in. And I want everyone who's hearing this today to realize that, because it will make the work that Aralamb is talking about doing about the fires, it makes the work much easier. And so for me, these sessions have been such a blessing, because any thought in my mind that I've had up to this point where I thought, gosh, are there hundreds of millions of good souls? Is it 50-50 on the planet? You ask yourself every day, right? What's the number of good souls versus the people that are out to get everyone? Well, you know what? The good souls outnumber them by millions, millions and millions and millions. And Aralamb confirms this from me, and I also know it because of the work that I'm doing. So when you're going about your day tomorrow, pray for those people. Pray for the people that are in the multiple wars going on. Pray for the homeless. Pray for anybody who has less than you. I do it, right? Pray for anyone that you can think of that needs the help. And if there's somebody within a 5-mile radius of wherever you're sitting right now, pick that one person. If you can help them, right? Help the people in your family to heal. You heal yourself with those in your family. Do all this work, because that's how the good souls get to be more and more and more, right? It's the lead by example. So I say all of this to you, and I'm thrilled to be talking to you again. As I said, I'm going to start doing these at least twice a week with Aralamb and on other topics. Again, I'm thrilled. I'm just thrilled having that I'm meeting so many of you, and I'm also thrilled to be talking with you, because it's it's a blessing in my life, and it's also an honor. It's an honor to be here with all of you phenomenally huge, huge souls. All right, you all. Have a great, great, great evening.